fans, they're just liking them because they saw them on TV. They like Take It Off. Fans stuck in the middle trying to please everyone and pleasing nobody. And so, they decide to do the one thing that you should never do when you're on a hot streak. Yes, folks, that is right. Get serious. Spend the Night tour is finally over. Hype cycle's moved on. Pop punk explosion is starting to fizzle out. Now you've got emo taking over. Emo, the music that they feel is dangerous but has lyrics like, I'm gonna tell my dad, Fall Out Boy's on the rise. My Chemical Romance is everywhere. Donnas will look at the landscape and realizing we don't fit in here anymore. So they go back to the studio and make the follow-up and decide, screw it, we're gonna go just all-out rock and channel our inner 70s heroes.
Stop. There, see? Stop.
Bring in a producer, Butch Walker. He knows how to make glossy rock record, and the album is called Gold Medal. The record's not bad at all. It's different. A lot of the critics got on board. They're like, yeah, it's their best musical work. Guitar's got that classic crunch going on. Drums are intricate. Brett's actually singing, not just shouting. The lyrics are more mature. No more boys and parties. Singing more about life. First single, Fall Behind Me. It's that driving, stomping riff. Got like a T-Rex meets Stooges vibe. Very cool and dark. Atmospheric. And they make a video for it. And that's where the disaster actually starts. Premieres on MTV and nothing happens. Radio stations aren't playing it. TRL is not playing it. Fans don't get it. Too rock for the pop punk kids and too slick for the indie snobs. Falls into this weird no man's land where nobody's picking up on what they're laying down. At Atlantic Records, their reaction was swift and brutal. They pulled the plug. Spent all this money recording the album. Saying this Fall Behind Me doesn't chart at number one. They're like, that's it, we give up. No promoting the record. No sending the band on tour. Basically, just shove the album in the closet and forget about it. And the band is furious. They made the record they wanted to make. It's something that they were proud of. And here's a label treating it like it's radioactive waste. They realize now that Atlantic didn't want the Donnas. They wanted Spend the Night Part 2. The Hit Factory. Surprise, surprise, that's what brings in the money. When the band tried to be artists, or artistes as we like to call them, the label said, no thanks, huge ego blow. Here you were playing arenas, now you're watching your album die on the vine in a matter of weeks, sitting around wondering what the hell went wrong. They thought if they made a good record, people would like it. That's not how the music business works. You make what the machine wants, or the machine eats you. So they do the only thing they can do, start fighting. Demand to be let out of their contract. Realize that being on a major label is a prison cell with nicer furniture. Rather be free and poor than rich and owned by someone who doesn't care if they exist. So a couple years or a year of legal wrangling, but then finally in 2006, Atlantic drops the Donnas. So you'd figure, all right, well, that's a death sentence. You failed. But for these girls, it feels like winning the lotto. They're free. They're not being told what to wear anymore. No A&R guys telling them to write another hit. Back to just being a band again. Determined to prove that they don't need Atlantic to be the Donnas. Free agents, 2006. And they decide, we're going to do this ourselves. We're going to build our own empire. So they start their own label. It's called Purple Feather. Nice little nod to the softer side. And they get right back to work. No breaks. They have something to prove. They want to show the world that they can still rock harder than anybody without $1 million budgets. So they bring in a producer, Jimmy Douglas. He's worked with John Spencer, Blues Explosion, Christina Aguilera. It's a combo that weirdly makes sense. And the album is called Bitchin'. Title says it all. Big middle finger to the industry. They're saying, hey, you think we're done? You think we're soft? Here, have some of this. And it's actually a return to form musically. Not quite as punk as the early days, not as polished as Gold Medal, just straight up hard driving rock and roll. Elements of glam, punk, even some heavy metal thrown in there. Sound of a band who definitely does remember who they are. Writing songs like Don't Wait Up For Me and Wasted. Classic Donnas. It's about partying, driving fast, and not giving a damn. But the reality of being an indie band in 2007, totally different landscape. Record stores dying. Now iTunes has taken over. Got MySpace out there as a way to reach fans. Donnas are trying to navigate this new digital world without a safety net. Got to pay for everything themselves. Pay for the recording, pay to have it pressed, distribution. That advance money from Atlantic is long gone, funding it with their own savings and whatever scraps that they can make to support it. They hit the road to support business, but it's different now. No more big theaters. Going back to the clubs. Crowds are dedicated. People who show up are definitely real fans. Ones who stuck with them through the whole major label crap. Bands playing their hearts out every night. They have nothing to lose. And they get a song in a video game. Rock Band 2. New way to make money. Put your song in a plastic guitar game. Have the song New Kid in School in the game. But for a minute, it feels like the old days. Kids are discovering them through a video game controller. Cool, but it's not super stardom. The band's been through a lot, but it was up until now when the cracks in the foundation actually started showing. You know, being in a band is a four-way marriage. You've been doing this since you were teens. Start to get on each other's nerves a bit. Living in the van, cheap hotels, constant travel is wearing you down. There's a bigger problem with me. One that no amount of rock and roll attitude can fix. The drummer, Tori, is in pain. She's been pounding those drums for 15 years, night after night. She's been ignoring the signs for a long time. Her ribs are hurting, shoulders hurt. She don't stop when you're a rock star. Take an Advil, tape it up, get back on the throne. However, it's getting worse. She's having trouble holding the sticks, losing strength in her hands. And she knows what that means. Tendinitis, carpal tunnel. She's terrified that her career's over before she's even 30. And Bea tries adjusting. They take breaks, cancel a few shows, try to manage her injury. She can't manage physics. Apparently all that hitting the drums for so long just caught up to her. And so they want to keep going as much as they want to, as much as they love the band. Unfortunately, the engine is seizing up. And without Tori, really there's no Donna. She's the heartbeat of the group. So now that Bitch and Tour is winding down, Tori's condition is not getting any better. In fact, it's getting critical. She tries to rest it, physical therapy, acupuncture, nothing works. Every time she's behind the kit, that pain comes back. Now it's just totally debilitating. Doctors tell her the news she was dreading. She has severe tendinitis and nerve damage in her wrist. If she keeps playing at this level, we're talking permanent damage. She wouldn't be able to use her hands properly for the rest of her life. And so she has to make the hardest decision of her life. She has to step away. It's a lot different from a guitar player quitting to go solo or some singer leaving for a solo quest. Physical necessity. Band can't replace it. Donna C. So in 2009, Madonna's officially go on hiatus. Hiatus. H word that every band uses when they're afraid to say it's over. Say we're taking a break, but everyone knows the score. Heart of the band is hurt. You can't fix a heart with a break. So the other girls, they try to keep busy. Brett Anderson starts a solo career, puts out some new stuff, plays some shows. Allison joins a different band, the Bobby Teens, does some other session work as well. Maya Ford goes back to school, tries to live a normal life for a minute at least. And the years go by. 2010 turns into 2015. Every once in a while, little rumors are swirling. The Donnas might get back together, might play a show. And they do play a show here and there. Do a reunion gig in 2014 to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Ramones. Play a few other one-offs and it's great. Fans go crazy. But it's never full-time. A new album, full-blown tour. Tori's wrist never healed enough to even handle that grind again. She's done. But out of a lot of the bands, you could definitely say with this one, they did everything right. You know, built it up from scratch, played the game, signed the deal, sold the records. And when the industry chewed them up, they spit it back out and went indie. And the girls who started it all in 8th grade go on to be normal adults. Adults with jobs and bills and apparently bad wrists as well. And so, the noise stops. Like, subscribe. Thank you.
Clown News 71, Kroger sucks.
Are you allowed to wear that on this property?
I'm an outlaw, baby.
Yo, we need to talk about self-checkout machines. Why does every self-checkout machine talk to you like you are actively attempting a heist? The second you scan something, it is already suspicious. Unexpected item in bagging area. Yeah, babe, it's the item I just scanned. I am one man holding 12 granola bars. Why is the bagging area apparently calibrated by NASA? You place the item down too gently. Alert! Too hard. Alert! The machine acts like you just tossed a live grenade onto the scale, and then the light above your machine starts flashing like you are in need of medical assistance. Suddenly, a 17-year-old employee named Braden moseys on over to you, while you stand there publicly accused of stealing avocados.
It used to be you could mute the robot at the self-checkout. That was fine. I was happy to do that. Then it became that it was automatically on all the time and there was nothing you could do to mute it. Then it became that it's just louder and louder and louder. I feel like every 3 months it's just louder and screaming at you more and more. It's that classic thing where there's a certain type of idiot who just yells at you louder when you disagree with them. Facebook. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, they're weird, and they're not always open either, the self-checkout.
Yeah.
They're not always open. I don't like that because not everybody's technology savvy. You got older generations where they want to just go old school what they're comfortable when they grew up when their childhood, so they want to have a cashier.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's older, she don't want to walk around a lot.
Yeah.
They'll go to like IGA because they don't want to go to the big time corporate chain.
Nobody that I know shops at Kroger. We all go to Aldi, we all go to Costco, we all go to Trader Joe's, we go to the farmer's market. I hate dealing with the Kroger parking lot. I feel very passionately about that. I hate the prices and I hate the robots.
Yes. Oh yeah, the weird little robot.
And when you do the self-checkout, it always, every single item, it's like scan again, scan again. At Aldi, boom, boom, boom,
Done.
in and out.
Done. It feels like you're being accused of stealing.
You are.
That's what it feels like.
You are. And then sometimes after you attempt it, like 3 or 4 times, you go, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
The old key in, get the organic produce.
Yes.
hack.
I've never done that.
No,
ever.
of course not. Why would you?
Okay.
You're happy to pay.
It's 5 a.m. I'm gonna stop, guys. I'm sorry. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna stop and publish this game. Publish this session. Close for a night and a win. Man, I played like goddamn 8 hours of Fortnite or something. I don't know why I did that. I just was drunk and I just kept playing Fortnite. So there we go.
Yeah, of course.
Oh man, my diaper's falling down. It's gonna be a thong before long.
I feel like all those Kroger bags always got a couple holes in them. Did you look for a good one, or is that a crappy bag to begin with?
I don't know. I got this one just the other day. You know, I talk a lot of shit about Kroger, but I did literally just go there yesterday. I'm not proud of it, but at the same time, it is convenient. If you're unfamiliar with corporate Memphis and how it's infiltrated every part of your life, here's an explanation.
Here's an explanation. So I'm going to stop here, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to upload this video to my channel. I recorded this entire session. It will be placed on my channel. I have thousands of videos on my YouTube channel, so check me out. You've been watching Skycatlive. Sorry. My cat is kind of distracting me. There we go. You've been watching Skycatlive, and everything I did today was recorded. I love you guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Bye.